Hi everyone, it's Kate from The Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. So, before I get started, I was about to whisper, but I don't think I need to whisper. Black Friday. So we're doing things a little bit differently this year. What we've decided to do is pick some of the most popular patterns, and we've got a limited stock of them and we're offering them at 40% off. So the email has gone out this morning, just now, and I just wanted to let you know that, well, I'll pop a link down below and you guys basically get first access to it. So it's just to people on the newsletter, it hasn't gone up anywhere. It's just like a secret insider bit of intel. So stuff is for sale while stocks last, and there's some really, like, literally the best patterns are in there. I will pop a link down below if you're interested, because if you've got some stuff sitting in your basket waiting, you never know, one of those could be in sale at 40% off. It's insane amount off. So it's while stocks last. I would say run, don't walk, because once they've gone, but they're there. So now you know. The second bit of housekeeping is, if you aren't on our newsletter yet, we've got something really amazing starting in December, and I know we're a little bit away, but I just wanted to say we're doing 12 days of Christmas, which is basically 12 days of gifting. So we've got some insane stuff that is coming your way. Free patterns from really amazing designers, presents that will be included in your orders, it's discounts. So if you aren't on our newsletter yet and you are interested in some cool stuff at the beginning of December, it's time to get on the newsletter. So I'll pop a link to the newsletter as well if you're interested. So you'll get an email every day for the first 12 days, just a pre-warning for your inbox. And in it is something really nice each day. So we thought it would be a nice thing to do as it is Christmas time. Right, so that is me and my housekeeping. I'm going to get started. So patterns this week, it's really good ones. First is Fibre Mood. Bum, ba, da, bum. It's the last one of the year, and I know I say this a lot. I think this could be one of the best ones we've ever had. There are such amazing patterns. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I'm going to show you inside. For anyone who has never come across a Fibre Mood magazine, very quickly, you get 12 patterns in each one. The magazine is laid out so that at the beginning of it you have all the kind of, almost like a lookbook of the patterns. Then in the middle you have all your pattern sheets, which are here, along with the line drawings of all the styles. And then at the back there are instructions. So you get step-by-step instructions. They're quite basic, these instructions. You can actually download the full instructions on their website. So there's a little link next to each pattern to go and get a URL so that you can download the full instructions with words. But if you're happy just following pictures, which I know quite a lot of people are, then you'll be totally fine with this. Right, let's talk about what's in here. So let's start with the cover image, because let's be honest, it's pretty mega. This amazing coat, which I think is so useful. So sorry, getting all, let me show you pictures. So gorgeous coat. If I come in, you can see the line drawing. Actually quite a simple construction on this, quite loose fitting, a really nice kind of layering piece. I know I was talking the other week about dog walking, but this is feels like a good dog walker's coat. You could also make it in a lightweight. Here they've done it in a really lightweight sort of waterproof fabric, which then, you know, would be really useful. And you could also totally make this in a cotton as well, and it would work really well. Next pattern that I'm absolutely lusting after, which was something that I saw loads in the shop. I think it's so good. I just know everyone's going to love this one. It's called the Hodder pattern. If I come in, you can see it's this really great layering piece. So if I come with a line drawing, you can see there, it's a very simple little sort of bib pattern with ties at the side. And I saw loads of these in the shops. I think you it's really good because you don't use up loads of fabric when you make it. It's just finding the right kind of fabric to make it in. But I loved this one. They've also got a really interesting little like pin of, oh, it's just so, honestly, so many nice ones. So this little pattern here, little jacket, sort of like a Chanel-y feeling jacket. The interesting thing is it's got these sort of tucks around the bottom, which I loved. And again, I really like that they show you it made up in a wool and a cotton, so they kind of look totally different. But I thought that would be another nice, useful one. This is so good, this dress. Oh gosh, it's like a pinafore dress with buttons down the front. It's cut quite low. I'll show you another page so you can see a bit more. I think everyone's gonna love this one again. I love the version in red, actually. I think it would be a really nice like Christmassy dress. It's gorge. Then an interesting, they've done a collaboration with Atelier Brunette Fabrics to make this kind of quite interesting jumpsuit pattern. So if I show you that, I'll come in a bit. It's sort of asymmetric with a tie, and you can see here it's quite an interesting cut. Let's have a look at the next page so you can see it again. Then next up we've got this really lovely sort of wrapped style blouse. It almost looks like it's a shirt, but there aren't any fastenings. I love that in a sort of kind of silky fabric. And then this beautiful dress. This is so gorgeous. Let me show you. I come in with a line drawing. It's just, oh, it's so good. Let's see if they've got another page of it. I love it actually styled with this kind of chunky cardigan. I think it's great. And obviously you can see on this page they've got it kind of pulled a lot tighter, so actually you're showing very little skin if you want it to be. So yeah, I think it's a really fab one. So if you're thinking like you want a little treat pre-Christmas, I would definitely recommend. There's some really lovely patterns. So next up we've got another magazine. I actually don't have the copy here because it hasn't arrived. It's Quilt Folk issue 28, and anyone who hasn't come across them before, I'll pop a little link down below to a video so that you can see what you get inside. The concept of the magazine is that they go to different parts of America and interview people who make quilts there. So you get kind of really lovely interviews. You get to see in people's studios, which, you know, if you're a nosy person like I am, I love that. It's beautifully shot. They're really nice. They're really nice gifts, actually. So if you're thinking you've got a crafty friend, they're a really lovely thing to give. And although I know obviously we're in the UK, each one is so fascinating, and I learn a bit about the kind of part of America that they're in that I didn't know. And there's, yeah, so they're really gorgeous magazines. So the Colorado one is here for anyone that wants that. Right, into actual straight up sewing patterns. The Modern Sewing Company boat neck top is a really great layering piece if you're thinking you need a kind of good basic for your wardrobe. So this comes in sizes UK 4 to 26. It's available as a PDF only. Copy shop printing is available for anyone who doesn't want to stick the patterns together. So if I show you the line drawing, you can see, I mean, you could literally whip this up in an afternoon. I quite like, at the moment, making things that are a bit speedy. So the shape of the neckline is the kind of main detail of this pattern. Really nice kind of boat neck style, which I love. Great for people who love a Breton top. You know, I'm pretty much always wearing stripes, but that's the sort of perfect shape neckline I feel for a stripy top. And yeah, it's just a good layering piece, so that's definitely worth having a look at. There are two patterns from Waves and Wild. They're actually kind of the same top but for different age banding. So it's called the Olympia Sports Top, and they're available for kids in a size UK like 2 to 12 years, and they've also got it available for teen versions, so they've got it ages 10 to 20 years. So anyone who's looking for something like this, it's available in all those size bandings. So if I show you a picture of what you get. So it's either like a little sort of like bikini style top, or you can make it into a tank top. There's an option to have, you've kind of got elasticated there to give a bit of, stop it sort of riding up, and then obviously for the teen ones a bit of support. There are different backs you can add on it, so you can have a racer back, a straight back, a v-neck front. There's quite a lot of variations that you can do in it, so anyone who is looking for something like that, those are both available. We've got a quite exciting pattern from True Bias this week, and it's been out a while, but we've only just got it and everyone in the office is just salivating over it. So it's the Blair skirt. It comes in sizes UK 0 to 32. It's so good. Right, let's get in and talk about it. So there are 3 variations for this skirt. So you can either go for a long, a midi, or a short. Buttons down the front. It's got this great cargo style pocket on the front that you can have on or leave off depending on what you want. There's a proper belt with belt loops as well, which you can either have or leave off depending on how you want to do it. But it's just such a useful item. It's so on trend with the sort of cargo feel. I just think it's gorgeous, and everyone has gone absolutely nuts for it, as we thought that they would. It's just really great. I also really love the little belt detail around the waist as well. It's such a lovely pattern, and I've just seen everyone on Instagram being like, ah, about it, which hasn't happened for ages with the pattern, and I can totally see why. She always does really fantastic ones. So this dress and the shape, this skirt and the shape of it is totally bang on trend. So if you're looking for a skirt, this is definitely worth having a proper look at. So next up, we've got a new pattern from Puff and Pencil. It's called the Lunar Vest and Box Sleeve. So Puff and Pencil patterns, if you haven't come across them, are quite a cool concept. So they sell all their pieces, almost like you can buy all the pieces and pop them together in however you kind of, so that you can sort of create your own shape. We are selling their patterns in, it's kind of written as a bundle, but actually, you know, so you get the sleeve and the top, so it's kind of the complete look. So if the wording sounds a little bit weird, that is why. So the top, the jacket that we've got is this really great, it's a quite simple shape and quite a useful layering piece. So kind of boxy shape, you can see from the line drawing, it's slightly flared out from probably the just kind of hips onwards, it's kind of flaring outwards. You can either have it 2 different lengths, you can have it cut so it's sort of mid-thigh, or you can have it longer. You can see that from the line drawing, the buttons down the front are hidden within the placket, which I really like. But yeah, again, quite a useful one. The shape of the sleeve on this is really nice as well. It's quite a baggy sleeve, which creates quite an interesting look. It's particularly on the short one. I really like the proportion of the sleeve and the kind of boxy jacket. But a very simple actual piece of outerwear. So if you are looking for something, then this is definitely worth going and having a look at. Right, last but definitely not least this week, we've got the Juliana Martej Kelly coat. This followed on from a pattern called the Nelly coat, which is such a cool idea. So you can sew this coat purely by hand, so you don't need to have a sewing machine. This sort of blanket stitch on the edge of garments is so on trend at the moment. I've seen it in loads of shops. I've also seen it, well, obviously last winter in the catwalk, all the kind of top designers had this sort of stitch detail, and so it's very much on trend. I am going to say it because I know that you're all thinking it. This could either be a coat or a dressing gown, depending on what you want to do. But this sort of wrap style coat is really on trend as well at the moment. So you can make one for yourself, and then you can also make one for a member of your family and give it to them for Christmas, and Bob's your uncle. So the key to think with in terms of fabrication is you want something with for this that won't fray. So something like they've made their sample, I think, in a fleece. You could do it in a boiled wool as well, which would work really well. So it's just finding the right fabric. But I thought it's such a fun pattern, and actually really nice to have something where you can pick up and do it while you're watching TV. Because I know with a sewing machine, obviously it's like not as easy just to pick it up and, you know, work on something. So sizing for this is a UK 6 to 20, and it's available in PDF only, and obviously there is Copyshop available if you need it. So that is it from me this week. I hope you're well and feeling like the festive season is sort of heading along, and don't forget to check out the Black Friday sale. I don't know why I'm whispering as if I have to, it's like a secret, but yeah, I'll pop the link down below. Anyway, we'll be back next week with another video. Have a lovely weekend and see you very soon.